Welcome to Backyard Bows. Hey, welcome to Backyard Bows. I'm Brandon, and today we have some all waterproof kind of muck rubber boots by Drycode. Especially in the hunting world, rubber boots are so vital for three reasons. First is scent. You can really trap your scent. You can descent the outside. It seems to be the easiest, especially when your feet are what is actually making contact in the woods, whether you're checking trail cameras, scouting, or going into your stand for a hunt. It's what's making the most contact. So you want to make sure that your scent is as secure as possible when regard to your boots. And I think rubber boots are the way to go, hands down. I don't think that's disputable. The second is waterproofing. So, I mean, obviously there's multiple scenarios when hunting. That's not just rain, but sometimes our access points getting in and out of stands are through little creeks, little river creeks access, and making sure, especially in cold weather conditions, that you stay dry is vital. And then the last is sound. Now this can kind of backfire if the boots aren't fitted properly. They do make kind of a clunky sound, but if you make sure and wear the right sock and they are tapered nicely, rubber boots can be very quiet as well. So Drycode asked me if they wanted to send me a pair of boots that I'd review, and I said sure. I gave them a forewarning. Hey, I'm really going to put these boots to the test. So I have had them for about a month now. I work in the yard. I'm checking cameras on multiple properties. I tend to chickens. I'm a gardener. I mean, I work outside on a landscaping company. I have worn these boots as much as I can before I sat down and gave this review. And there's a couple things. So first, they're extremely comfortable. Okay, these ones, and they have multiple different kinds on their website. These are just kind of the lightweight hunting boots with the steel shank in the sole. So they have some nice support on the bottom, and then the insole is actually really, really comfortable and nice. And when I say that, I'm very picky about my boots, my feet. I'm on my feet all day working, and I go through some boots as a landscaper. When I was in the field cutting grass, it doesn't matter what boot I was wearing. I got one season out of them, maybe two if I was lucky. There's some solo hiking boots that I might have worn for 2 years, but other than that, I was burning through soles quickly. So something that is comfortable to me, I kind of noticed that first because I'm just on my feet all day, and these are actually very, very comfortable. I love that they taper up. I got some skinny legs, but these actually tapered really, really nicely, especially when you tucked your pants in. They fit your leg really, really well. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, that is gonna help with noise, because if they're too big, they're not fitted properly, they're not the right size, your foot will move around, and rubber boots can actually become quite loud and clunky. So I liked that too. I loved the camo pattern. They have multiple different ones. If I was to buy some, since they sent me these, if I was to buy some, I'd probably buy those. It's kind of like off brown ones, which are one of the first ones on their website. But this is actually a really nice camo pattern. It looks like a real tree, very detailed, very bold. And then if you look on the actual boot itself, there's two things that I like. One is this little rubber wedge here on the bottom to help you get them on and off, and the same, you got the tab right here to get them on and off too. I love both of those. And then the last thing I really liked about this particular pair is it had this kind of a non-slip sole, which is really gritty, and the grit kind of rose up all the way around the edges. Again, I think it'd be nice for climbing in and out of stands, getting into places, kind of grips yourself while you're hiking in and out of the woods. These, from other ones that I've worn, and I've worn so many different boots, and a lot of them can kind of get expensive up in that $200, $250 range, especially when you're getting into the really heavily insulated winter, really cold gear boots. You can really get pricey. These ones are $54. I had to double check the prices, but $54. Even the insulated ones, I think, are $74. So I will say, I think the rubber, the actual rubber, this main base part, it seems to be a hair more malleable than some of the other boots that I've had in the past. And I have only worn these for a month, so maybe a year into these you'd start to see some wear and tear. But I think if you were going to use these solely for hunting, and I have several pair of boots inside, rubber boots, and I have that pair that's just like my hunting pair, I think if that's what you purchase these for, I think you would get several seasons out of them. I think they're very well constructed and made for the price. My goal at Backyard Bows, one of my main goals when digging into gear, clothing, accessories, was to find different gear and pieces the best for the price. And I think Drycode here is what we have with the rubber boot category. You cannot beat the price. Quality is very nice for the price. Okay, so again, we all know in the archery world, especially when you start dabbling into the actual hunting aspect of it, it can get extremely expensive, and we all want to stretch our dollar as far as we can. Rubber boots being so vital to my whitetail hunting setup, I think if it's one of those last things on your list that you need to purchase, and you're running out of spending money, I think Drycode's definitely the way to go. I love a pair of rubber boots. Like I mentioned before, I use them for absolutely everything. It's so easy to slip on and off when we go camping. They have some short boots, or like kind of like dock boots that they call them, that kind of slip on and off real easily. I love anything like that where it's easy on and off, in and out of the camper, the tent, whatever, without getting your boots inside. I think rubber boots are just one of the most versatile, best things that you can do if you're an outdoorsman, especially in the whitetail hunting world. Check out Drycode and stay tuned for a lot more gear, accessories, anything bow hunting. You'll find it here at Backyard Bows. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, leave us a comment. I love interaction. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have so much more to come. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook for updates of anything else that we're going to review. If there's something that you're interested in, hit those links below and check them out. And make sure, no matter what your setup is, what bow you're shooting, get your reps in on the daily. We'll see you next week.